Bueno, hoy tenemos un día muy especial, tenemos un invitado de lujo, Jacob Collier.
Hola.
Estamos con él a unos minutos de que él comience su show aquí en el Parque de la Exposición. Es la primera vez que él está en Lima, así que estamos muy felices de decirle bienvenido. Welcome, Jacob.
Thank you so much for having me.
I know this is your first time here in Peru. How
First
do you
time
feel?
ever. I'm so excited. I'm so honored to be here because this is a place that's so important for me, both musically but also in terms of clothes and colors and textures and food, and there's so much beauty here and I'm so happy to be here.
I knew you were going to do a match with Peru and the
Yeah,
beautiful thing.
yes indeed, yes
Absolutely.
indeed.
Well, you're touring, currently you're touring all around the world with the fourth and last volume of Jesse.
Yes.
And this volume is, I think that one thing that you achieve and show us with this album is how it's powerful the human voice is as an instrument.
Oh, thank you.
And,
thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
enjoy it. And in this album you have used it in very different ways with a lot of
Yeah.
variety. So,
Yes.
what do you like the most about working with the human voice?
Wow. Okay, so first of all, I think the human voice is the most important instrument in the world because we all have one. And each one is different. Every single one is different. We have 8 billion different instruments in the world, all human voices. Incredible. My first ever music that I made was me layering my own voice on top of itself. So I would sing the bass and the tenor and the alto and the soprano, and it would be like, bah. And I was just obsessed with the feeling of it. You know, you take one voice and you add another voice and you create these chords and stuff. But I think for this album, I really wanted to embrace this idea that everyone has a voice. And there's something very special about embracing people's voices, even if they're not necessarily artists or musicians, but just people, human beings. And so I would record audiences all around the world, during concerts mostly. And I have over 100,000 voices on this one album, which is a huge sound. It's like a big kind of emotional sound, you know. But there's also about 100 different musical artists on the record. So orchestras and choirs and guitar players, rock stars, rappers, in about 23 languages on the album as well. So it's a really global celebration of the music that I love and the people that I love.
Mm-hmm. And in between those languages is Spanish because you record with Camilo.
Yes, indeed.
I was really curious about that because for the first time you can play a song in a few words in Spanish when you are here in Latin America.
Yes, exactly. I've been looking forward to this moment for so long because, you know, we've been touring for this album for nearly 2 years and around the US and Europe and things, but bringing this song with Camilo, the song called Mi Corazón, bringing it here, the feeling is different because it's like bringing the song home.
Totally.
Yeah.
Talking about the emotional part of working with the human voice, I remember the first time in my algorithm in Instagram suggests me to watch this video of you making this choir with your audience.
Yes, yeah.
And I wasn't there, but it moves me.
Yes,
It
yes.
moves me
Oh,
really.
I'm glad.
Because, you know, sometimes at this moment in the world, we feel that like we are like everybody's by their own.
Yeah.
And we can agree in basic things.
Yes.
And when you watch something like that, it's like, look what we can do together.
Yes,
right?
exactly. I feel the same way. And I think music has a really special way of bringing people together in a way that is, you don't have to say it, you already feel it. You know, you don't even need words, you just need to show what's possible. Showing, not telling almost. So I think this is a very interesting and challenging moment in the world to be a human being. But I think this is the moment in time where music speaks more than any other time I've ever seen. When we need our artists and musicians and our creators and our poets and people who get to explain, hey, this is how we can feel together. And the thing with music is it's impossible without first listening. And with music, you know, curiosity is so much more powerful than judgment. You know, if you go and you think, oh, I wonder what would happen if I put these two things. Oh, I wonder what would, you know, it's a different attitude from this is the way it must be, this is the way it must be. So I think when I create music, I always try to create looking up instead of looking down. And I think that there's a world now that is so in need of people who are showing how much love is already in the world. There's so much love already in the world that we forget about. And it's easy for people to convince us that it's not there, but it is.
Totally. I was watching some videos of your show in Bogota and you were saying this beautiful thing that the world needs more better person, not better musicians.
Exactly. I don't think the world needs more good musicians. I think the world needs more good people. But I think that being a musician is a really good way of being a good person. Because you can't be a musician without listening and without being curious and without being open and without asking questions. As musicians, we ask questions. We don't give answers. We ask big questions. And the amazing thing about an audience as a choir is that it's possible because everyone already knows the answer. It's just that maybe they've forgotten, you know. So I love the feeling. I get very emotional about it stepping on stage and conducting, because this is the only time ever where, say for example this evening, where this group of people will ever assemble. There's only one time, and it's today, and this group of people has a sound, and we get to hear the sound tonight, and then we never hear it again. So there's something very special about that for me.
Yeah, and people feel special also, because sometimes we feel like, I don't have a beautiful voice, I don't know about notes, and you should, because when you hear it, everybody sounds beautiful together.
Yeah, exactly, because I think if you cut everyone up into individual people, then all sorts of challenging things happen. But if we bring people together, then we all make each other beautiful, more beautiful.
Well, you're touring, and part of the set list, I know there's this beautiful song that I love in this new album. I'm really bad with numbers in English.
100,000 voices. Oh yeah, that's a lot.
100,000 voices.
Yes,
for me.
Yes.
So something that I love about this song, besides the audience choir, is that you are also playing with different genres. At the end of the song, there's a little bit of carnival and this screamo, singing at the end,
metal.
Heavy metal.
Yeah, for sure.
And in this album, you also introduce us to a different genre, because you're doing a little bit of rock well also. Yes,
for sure.
Tell me a little bit about your relationship with rock.
Well, I love this style of music since I was a kid, and there's this band Queen, which obviously everybody knows, but in England, this is where Queen is from. And so I grew up listening to all these amazing songs, and it's not just the sound and the chord, it's the feeling. It's like there's an intensity to it that goes, and I always thought, how can I create a sound that's like this kind of intensity, and the thing with rock music is, there's not a lot of stuff going on in rock music. It's often just guitar, distorted guitar, bass, drums, and vocals, boom, that's it. But what Freddie Mercury did is he started layering these voices and harmonies on top of the rock sound, and for me, I love harmony so much, I can't help myself. And I think that hearing him be harmonic alongside being intense with the rock, I was like, wow, this is beautiful. So for this album, I really wanted to embrace more of the rocky sound, but also try to experiment with using it alongside other styles of music that I really love, more harmonic styles of music or more rhythmic style of music. So in this song, 100,000 Voices, there is the sound of the samba carnival feeling. And then there's also some drums from India involved there too, and it's kind of this rock song, and then there's a screamo moment, but the particular hybrid sound of the orchestra plus the choir plus the rock music, for me, I was just so excited by this, and I always wanted to try it.
Well, I know that you have developed a lot of instruments because you needed the harmonizer.
The harmonizer is just over there.
I'm really excited to hear it. And your 5-string guitar. I don't know if you created this instrument because you were more curious about that rock sound?
Yeah. Well, I grew up playing a 4-string guitar called a tenor guitar, and it's a lot of the time used in folk music. But I imagined a 5th string so that the tuning could be symmetrical. So the 5 strings is like a mirror down the 3rd string, and everything that's on one side is the same as what's on the other side. And I really like symmetrical things. It's just the way that my brain works. So I really enjoyed the idea in my mind. I imagined the tuning, and I figured out some chords, but the guitar didn't exist until I asked a friend of mine. His name is Andy Powers. He's a guitar maker who works with Taylor guitars, and he said, "Oh, okay, I'll build you this guitar." And I was so excited. And since that moment in 2021, this guitar is basically all I've played because it's such a special sound, and it's kind of like the way that my brain works. Yeah.
So I know that you are saying goodbye to Jesse Volume 4. This is going to be the last. So you release a song that is going to be like a little bit of introduction to the next album. So tell me a little bit about it.
Yes. So obviously with Jesse, I can't go any bigger because it's the biggest album I can imagine making, and traveling all over the world and all these people. So for this next kind of chapter, I was quite excited to consider this idea of just one instrument, and I love my 5-string guitar. So I thought, well, maybe I should embrace the 5-string guitar. And I've always found it very important, I think, to embrace just that particular sound world. It's like more folky, more gentle, very warm. And so, I've been excited for many years to record things in this style of this kind of the sound world. And I've just really been enjoying the guitar this year and felt like something I wanted to explore a little bit further.
Cool. We are really curious about it.
Yeah.
And why did you choose Brian Wilson as a first?
Well, Brian, for me as a child, was like a magician, and you think about sound worlds and layering things together. He came out of a very sort of classic surf rock kind of style, but he brought in these really unusual instruments, like timpani and swanee whistle, and even like fireman bells and all these things. I thought, wow, with this album called Pet Sounds, he made all these things make sense. And it sounds like a sort of toy shop, it sounds like a celebration, but it also sounds really like Brian Wilson, and the chords and the lyrics of the songs are so distinctly to him. So I think as I've grown older, I've always really held a very special place for Brian inside my heart. And then early this year, Brian passed away, and I really wanted to find a way of making a tribute to him. And so I recorded a little song of his called Keep an Eye on Summer, that I thought, it would be nice to release this song. And I recorded it really fast. It took about 3 or 4 hours to record, but the feeling of the song was very rough, like doing a very quick watercolor painting or something and saying, here it is to the world.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, Jacob, as I told you, I brought your present.
Yes. Wow, I'm so excited. Let's see what's in here. I don't know what's in here yet, but I'm curious.
I'm really, please.
Yes.
Let me. You.
Okay. For me.
You go ahead.
Oh my goodness.
This is a
wow.
colorful alpaca because I know you love
This
color.
is amazing. Oh, this is the softest thing in the whole world. I can't explain.
And I also
got
you this. This is a
no
zampoña.
way. This
Have
is
you
incredible.
heard about
Yes,
it?
yeah.
This is a famous pan flute in Latin America.
Yes.
Well,
I've heard all about this.
Yeah. Cool. So I don't know if you're going to stay a lot in Peru, but this is a little piece of our music.
Oh, that's so kind. Thank you so much. That's really kind.
Thank you to you, and thank you so much. I'm really curious about the show of today. I'm very excited about it.
I'm so honored to be here. I really, to be in this beautiful city, and it's so far from home. I'm about 10,000 kilometers from home, but I can't believe that people are going to come to the show, and I'm so excited to have these two as well. I'm going to take these two back to London, and I'm sure they'll be excited to meet all the other creatures and instruments at home.
I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Meet you. Have a beautiful show.
Thank you. Hope you enjoy.
Adiós a todos.
Chao.
Jacob Collier.
Adiós a todos.
Yo soy Jacobo. Jacobo. Y esta es mi primera vez en línea.